This day had started beautifully: blue sky, bright sunshine, and a soft breeze in the air. Hard to believe that I'm now sitting here in the car, about 40 kilometers still ahead of me, on the way to the clinic with tears in my eyes and the fear of being too late. I keep looking to the left, at her. She lies completely still, breathing shallowly, barely visible. Each time I glance over, I hope to see her chest move, just a small sign that she's still here. I speak softly to her, almost whispering, just to keep her calm or maybe to calm myself. Hold on, Lena. Please, hold on. If I don't make it in time, she might die. Every minute counts. 40 kilometers to go. My thoughts are racing back to the morning, to how it all began. It was just after 8:30 when I set out to collect the bowls from the night before and refill the fresh water. Everything as usual. A normal morning, or so I thought. The road passed right by the old feeding spot on the edge of the small village, the place where the cats waited for me every evening. I was almost there, maybe 30 meters away, when my eyes caught something by the roadside. At first I thought it was a shadow, maybe a plastic bag, something the wind had blown there. But then I saw fur. I braked, pulled the car over, and got out. There she was, Lena, lying on her side, completely still, her head slightly raised as if she had tried to move, and then given up. No sound, no twitch, no attempt to stand, just that look. And then I saw the blood. She couldn't move. Ants were crawling over her body, the sun burning mercilessly down. She must have been lying there for hours, in the middle of town, right by a busy road. It was July, high season. So many cars must have passed by. People, tourists, neighbors. And no one stopped. No one pulled over. No one even looked. She lay there in her blood in the blazing sun, and everyone just drove past. No one told me, even though almost everyone here knows, that I feed these cats, that I come here every day. I knelt down carefully, spoke softly to her. Lena, it's okay, I'm here. She lifted her head slowly, so weak. At that moment, I thought she'd been hit by a car. I went back to the car, grabbed a towel, slid it carefully under her, and lifted her up. I put her in the car and drove off, straight home. Once there, I brought her inside and immediately called the clinic. I told them I was on my way with an emergency. Then everything began to unfold. The drive to the clinic was a race against time. I was shaking, barely thinking straight. When I arrived, the team was already prepared. A veterinarian took her in immediately. It looked like a car accident. But during the examination, I felt something under her skin, something hard. The X-ray showed the truth. 2 air rifle pellets, one lodged in her shoulder, one near her spine. I stood beside her, holding her head as the vet spoke quietly. Lena hadn't been hit by a car. She had been shot. 3 weeks. Lena stayed 3 long weeks in the clinic. Those weeks were an emotional roller coaster. Just a few weeks ago, on the island of Crete, a young male cat was found dragging himself along the Heraklion Moiris highway. He had been crawling for days, his body torn and wounded from the asphalt. People saw him, but no one stopped. When rescuers finally reached him, the truth came out. He hadn't been in an accident. He had been shot. The X-rays showed a small metal pellet lodged deep in his spine. Paralyzed. No control over his legs, his bladder, his tail. For days he fought in the clinic, but his body was too weak. He didn't make it. His name was Bo. On the very same day that Bo lost his fight, another act of cruelty was uncovered. A young female cat shot in the spine. She survived, but Mia is paralyzed. And the sanctuary in Belgium that had offered to take Bo opened its doors to welcome Mia instead. Right now, she's safe in a clinic in Crete. She still can't walk properly, but she's alive, and she's waiting for her journey to a place where no one will ever hurt her again. What happened to Lena, Bo, and Mia is not an exception. Every week, new cases appear. Cats shot, poisoned, abandoned. It happens in Cyprus, it happens in Greece, and it could happen anywhere. We give these animals a voice, but we can't do it alone. Share their story. Tell us what you think about the way animals are treated in tourist places. And don't forget to subscribe so you can follow their journeys and see what happens next with Lena. Stay with us until the end of this video because her story isn't over yet. Together, we can make a difference. A constant up and down between hope and despair. At first, she refused to eat. Nothing. She was so weak, so lifeless. So the vets placed a feeding tube, her only access to food, to the nutrients keeping her alive. Her legs showed almost no reaction. She just lay there, a small broken bundle that had forgotten how to be a cat. Sometimes when I visited, she barely seemed to recognize me. Her eyes looked into a distant world, full of pain and fear. But after my first visit, something changed. Something small, something only the heart can hear. A tiny spark of hope. Maybe she felt she wasn't alone, that someone was fighting for her. And so began the slow climb back, in tiny steps. The clinic staff cared for her with such dedication. Despite all the other animals needing help, they took time for Lena, spoke to her softly, and treated her with tenderness. Then the physiotherapy began. The vet showed me how to move her legs gently, how to wake her muscles, how to remind her body of what it once knew. Every small twitch was a victory, every reflex a reason to smile. After 3 endless weeks, the day came. Lena could go home. But the joy was bittersweet. She wasn't healthy yet. She still couldn't use the litter box on her own. So we bought special diapers. A long, uncertain road lay ahead. We had to teach her, to let us know when she needed help. No one knew if she would ever walk again. Anger at the shooter, hope for her recovery. Both lived inside me, often ending in quiet despair. We had brought her home, but the hardest battle, the fight for her new life, had only just begun. Returning home wasn't an ending, it was a beginning. Everything had to be reorganized. A room became her rehabilitation space. Soft blankets, towels, a heat lamp. Lena lay still most of the time. She watched what happened around her, but barely moved. I had to feed her, clean her, and change her position regularly to prevent sores. Sometimes things didn't go right. I never got angry, never. But in her eyes, I saw deep, humiliating shame. She wanted to be clean. She wanted to be normal. But her body refused to obey. The nights were long. I sat beside her, listening to her breathing, stroking her fur, speaking softly, trying to give her courage. Out of powerless anger grew quiet, iron determination. She had survived to fight, so I would not give up on her. I began to massage her legs day after day, just as the vet had shown me. It was exhausting, but every small twitch meant hope. Progress came slowly, painfully slow. Weeks passed, with almost no visible change. Then one day, a brief moment, no longer than a heartbeat. She lifted her hindquarters, just for a second. Then she fell again, but that second was everything. I cried, because it was proof that strength was still inside her. A special cat wheelchair had been made, but Lena rejected it. It made her anxious. It wasn't her way. She wanted to move on her own. With my help, she could walk when I supported her side. It looked stiff, mechanical, but she kept trying. Today, she still tries, again and again, step by step, as best she can. These attempts are her silent, private war. No audience, no applause, just her, the unbreakable will in her eyes and the quiet certainty that this fight is worth it. Today, everything is different. Lena lives, and she's still fighting. She can't fully control her hind legs, but she's learned to live with it. With my help, she can stand and take a few steps. And sometimes she even tries on her own. Her walk is unsteady, her movement stiff, but her will is stronger than ever. When I watch her slowly pull herself forward, I know she's achieved more than anyone believed possible. She enjoys life again in her own way. She lies in the sun, watches the world around her, and seems at peace. But Lena's story isn't the only one. Since that day, other cats have disappeared. Some came back frightened, others confused and withdrawn. One of them, Selena, was gone for a few days, then returned with swelling under her right shoulder. The X-ray showed it, a pellet lodged in her body. It's hard to understand what people do to these animals. Some are shot, others poisoned, many simply vanish, disposed of as if their lives meant nothing. The place where Lena once lived is a small coastal village called Pomos on the western side of Cyprus. For years, she and her little colony lived there, quietly, peacefully. It was their home. But in May this year, everything changed. Not only there, at a second feeding site as well. Both places where we had cared for the colonies for years were suddenly taken from them. The landowners, people I had seen around but never truly knew, decided, coldly without a word of empathy, that no cats should be fed there anymore. No reason, no explanation, just a flat no. It was heartbreaking, not because of me, but because after all this time, their lives simply didn't matter to anyone. So we moved them. 2 entire colonies, each one carefully relocated to safer places where they could eat, rest, and live without fear. But this isn't just about one village. In Limassol, in Larnaca, and on the island of Crete, the same cruelty repeats itself. Cats poisoned, shot, or simply gone. Tourist destinations that promise sun and freedom can be places of quiet suffering for those who have no voice. And maybe that's why Lena's story matters so much. Because behind every postcard-perfect view, there's a heartbeat that no one notices. This story doesn't end here. It repeats itself every day, everywhere, and that's why we tell it, so no one can look away, so they won't be forgotten. If Lena's story touched you, share this video. Tell us your thoughts. What do you think about how animals are treated in tourist places? Subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss the stories that follow. Because each one deserves to be heard. Because only together we can change what comes next.